Senior policy analyst at the Independent Women's Forum, Patrice Onwuka. Patrice, thanks so much for being here.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
So is this the right path for the former vice president?
I don't think it is. I mean, running the Obama playbook would only work if you're Obama. This is not, Joe Biden is not Obama. And he's going to have to defend not only his past record, but also the fact that President Trump is running on a very strong economic record. Why change direction if things are going well? And he can't defend that.
So that's part of the appeal. Go ahead.
Yeah. Interestingly, there was a Fox News poll out in March. Very interesting. If the 2020 election was held today, I remember this is back in March, a little time ago, but 47% said they would vote for Joe Biden and 40% said they would vote for Trump. So Joe Biden was actually leading Trump there. Do you think anything has changed since the Mueller report has been released and since it's been found, there's no conspiracy with Russia, there's no collusion, or do you think those numbers would still look like that today?
I mean, they may have bumped up a little bit more for the president. You've got probably 13% of Americans who really weren't sure what would come out of the investigation and maybe were uncertain. But about 86% were very certain, whether they believed him or not, that, it wouldn't impact their vote. So if that 13% leans more to the president, then maybe that's going to give him a little bit more of a bump. I do think it's important, though, for conservatives to be talking about where you are. Are you better off economically now? Is your life better off than 2016? And that makes a really solid case for continuing the policies of pro-growth deregulation that have gotten our economy and our growth to where it is.
Patrice, but Joe Biden's got to win a primary before he gets to that general election.
Right.
How does he manage that dance? His party has gone much further left. He's already a liberal, but they've gone much further left. How does he manage that? Well,
he's actually more of a moderate, and I think that's probably a dirty word in Democratic politics right now. And so he's going to not just have to defend the Obama policies, he's going to have to go back to his record. I mean, creepy Uncle Joe issues aside, he voted against bus desegregation back in the 70s. He was against some abortion rights in the 80s. I mean, he has criminal justice. He certainly supported the crime bill. He voted for the Iraq War. So those are things that I think a lot of leftists and progressives are going to say, wait a minute, I don't know about that. But then you've got that moderate slice, those voters who may have voted for President Trump because he was, torpedoing the whole system, who may be interested in Joe Biden this time around. So how does he kind of walk that fine line, particularly in the primaries? I don't know how he's going to do it. He's going to have to come out as being more leftist. But again, his past record doesn't demonstrate that.
Trump's playing it up right now like he's not worried. It's like, oh, yeah, if it's Joe Biden, great, But I secretly think that he probably is a little bit concerned about that and about the fact that he's probably going to get advice from a lot of people who counseled President Obama and that may not work for him as it did for President Obama. President Obama, I think, had something very special in terms of charisma and in terms of the way he approached a crowd. But do you think secretly Trump's a little worried about Biden?
I mean, there are some reasons to be worried. Certainly, Biden speaks to kind of those working class manufacturing folks, people who felt left out of any sort of economic progress. And they voted for Trump in 2016. Well, Trump may have to really keep those voters on his side compared to Biden. But again, Biden is his charisma, the coalition that put Obama in office is not necessarily behind him. Young voters are not enthusiastic about him. People of color are not enthusiastic about him. So until he can cement those core demographics, it's going to be hard.
So Biden's got a Bernie problem. 10-second answer, though, is Obama 3.0 a winning strategy?
No.
Oh, that was a 1-second answer. Way better. We love you in television. It was a 1-second answer. Thank you very much, Patrice.
Thank you for having me.